Hello, thought I'd talk about how I'm making green wreaths for my dollhouse. You can, oh, that's my cat squeaking. You can make them, they're pretty versatile, so you can make them in different sizes or thicknesses, and I'll talk a little bit about that. Supplies that I'm using today would be wire cutters. I have this roll that I bought from a craft store. You could also use the ties for garlands, and sometimes those have some more colors in them. If what you choose to use is, I'm going to say too bushy, the little green things are too long, you can just take a scissors and trim them down. I don't do any trimming on this one, but I know when I get the wire ties for garlands, they're sometimes like this thick, and that's a little too bushy for what I want to do with it. You'll also want a cylinder shape for making the round, and you just need, I printed these, but this is about a D battery and this one is a C battery size. You just need to find something around the house that you can wrap the wire around and then pull it off. That's about the size that you want. So I started by cutting a length of the green wire. I'm gonna make a smaller one. Now, this is what I was meaning about it being versatile. So if you use a bigger circle to make your loop, or your cylinder, I mean, you can, I'm gonna wrap these around the outside. So you can make when you wrap it around, you can make it really tight and have a bigger circle in the middle, or you can make it really loose, which makes the wreath fuller. So depending on how large you want the outer diameter and how full you want the wreath is how you're gonna pick your circle. And you can always unwrap it and try again if you don't like how it turns out. So I'm gonna start by making a tiny one. And I'm gonna take a piece of wire and just wrap it around here. And I actually don't need all the rest of this. So I'm going to clip some of it off because this is just gonna be my base circle. And then I'm gonna take the ends and twist them around just to secure it so it doesn't unravel. And sometimes I just use just that, and that works perfect. But if you want a fuller, bushier wreath, you can cut another length of wire, and I will wrap it around this way. This piece is really big. And the nice thing is if it's too long to handle, you can always cut it and start again if you run out, because you can really see it. So I'm gonna start by just wrapping this around and around, and depending on how tightly you make these coils will affect how thick your wreath is. Now you can see I only got halfway around, but I'll just take the other piece of the wire that I cut and I'll start again. Because when it was super long, it was difficult to wrap it around. Okay, and now that all my coils are on there, if I feel like it's not even the whole way around, I can kind of push them about and tighten them up a little. Maybe some of the coils aren't wound as tightly as the others. But there I have a little green wreath base. And now I can add whatever I'd like to. I will link the tutorial for making bows. And then I generally just hot glue my embellishments to my wreath. The one thing I wanted to add, it is a little thick, So sometimes on a wreath hanger, it just kind of balances there. It doesn't actually fit in the hook. If you don't want to use a wreath hanger or you don't have a wreath hanger, you can hang it with like poster putty. And one of the things I found that can kind of be a struggle with that is because it's so leafy, it doesn't stick securely. And what I have done to overcome that is I hot glue a button to the back of my wreath that's smaller so that you can't see it from the front. And then I use the poster putty on the button and it sticks securely to the door. So it's just my little tip for hanging green wreaths. Thank you so much for watching. Hope it was helpful.